The No by Year, an essay of accountability. I ran out of hangers. That's when I knew something sinister was afoot. About 4 years ago, I had undergone a mass decluttering and downsizing of my stuff. It was glorious, liberating, and really quite revealing as to all of the unused stuff I'd accumulated over my then 32-ish years of life. But now I'm back to running out of hangers. What happened? And how can I get back to a place of simplicity in which all of the things in my life get used with love into oblivion? The other day, I noticed something about my favorite pair of pants. But first, about the pants. Carhartt Men's Rugged Flex Rigby Dungaree Pant, model 102291 in color Gravel. I own 4 pairs. They're the only pants I own with the exception of one black pair. They are tough enough to saw down trees in and soft enough to take a nap in. I've mowed grass in them. I've attended services at my synagogue in them. My cat's hair does not cling to them. And they have a side pocket that fits my cell phone perfectly, which is why I bring up the pants at all. Within that pocket, I've noticed that my phone's pop socket had worn a divot into the fabric and left a quote-unquote cowboy circle. The kind left in the back pocket of a feller's Wranglers from his, or hers, it's the future, can of Skull, or Big Chief, the best. Though, that comes in a bag, I think. But my first thought was not of how my favorite pants were being destroyed. Not in a disappointed manner anyway. No, it was contained in a single word. Good. Good that I had found something I liked and had used so much that it was beginning to wear and show its age in a genuine way. So many of our things, so much of our stuff collects dust in our homes without really being used up. Most wear marks on items of clothing came that way. Most electronics are replaced simply because the latest version caught our eye, or we simply sought after a change. Rarely do we replace items due to wear. Even fewer times do we ever even think to fix something that may still have some life in it. Not when replacing it would be quicker, faster, newer, and possibly even cheaper, simply because we're not immediately faced with the ecological cost of chucking the older item in a landfill. But it is not even about that when it comes to what the pants said to me. It was about realizing that A, I didn't need most of the material goods I have purchased in the past year, and B, I'd probably be a more conscientious person all around if I simply quit buying stuff I didn't absolutely need for a time. Maybe a year? Yeah, a year. So that's what I plan on doing. Not buying any new material possessions for myself, and possibly others, for all of 2024. I think this experiment will begin to change my brain a bit, in a few different ways. 1. Not buying material goods for a year will effectively kill impulse buying. So many items I own were impulse buys, and come to think of it, I'm trying to think of a single impulse buy that has ever been either used to its fullest extent, or some even used at all. 2. Not buying replacements will force me to reevaluate my use and treatment of my stuff. When I am forced to either do my best to prevent wearing out clothing or mend what has been damaged through wear or incident, I have no doubt that it will make me consider if I'm buying higher quality stuff and whether or not the stuff I'm buying was ever designed to be repaired. I have a feeling that a lot of items I own were intended for a short use and then to be pitched in the bin. Side thought and complaint. Both my phone and computer have aged beyond receiving new software updates despite neither being older than 1 decade. And it feels like electronics manufacturers don't even have faith in their own products anymore, but anyway. 3. It will force me to become a better mender or fixer of stuff. I know it sounds weird, but I'm kind of looking forward to my first few mending jobs. A patch on the knee, a rig job on the desk. I am almost certain that this will go from novel to annoying as all of my stuff begins breaking or wearing out in synchronistic chaos. 4. I'll be friendlier with my wallet. Most do no buy years to rein in spending. I'm certainly looking forward to that aspect as well. To keep myself from falling out of this endeavor, I'll need some rules to keep me on this horse. Rule 1. No buying material goods for myself. I can buy them for others as needed. Rule 2. No buying of unnecessary snacks for myself, but running snacks are necessary. 3. All alcohol is strictly social. Seems like I'll be hanging out with people a whole lot more, I guess. 4. I am allowed to buy mending items, but not beautification items. So patches for patching, not for decorating. And 5. Replacements are allowed if a necessary item is completely beyond repair, not just because a better version exists all of a sudden. So is it weird to say that the idea of a no-buy year gives me a sense of relief? I'm so tired of buying things. Hopefully, with this experiment, I can give unnecessary spending a much-needed rest.